Hi guys, welcome back. I've been reluctant to edit this because unfortunately this was our last day in Japan. We decided to go check out Kyoto, so we woke up really early to catch the train. And this train was special, like it was double-decker but technically had 3 levels, and the seats could like turn around, so if you wanted to sit another way then you could like turn it around. I don't know, I saw someone do it but we didn't try. I never get energy drinks like ever. But like, as soon as I got off, I bought an energy drink because I was running on like 4 hours of sleep every night and like my feet were in pain and I was just so dead. Once we arrived in Kyoto, we headed straight to the kimono rental store. Last time I came to Japan, I missed out on the opportunity, but this time, although it's really hot and humid, I wanted to try, so yeah. There were so many options to choose from. There were like classic patterns with flowers and cranes, as well as more modern ones with lace or pastel colors, which is what we went for. I ended up picking out a blue lace kimono with pink accessories. The staff actually helps you put it on because it's so complicated. There's like 3, 4, 5 layers. The staff also helped us do our hair, and there were 6 specific hairstyles you could choose from. I ended up going for a simple side braid, and they made it look really nice and added a bunch of cute accessories like pearls, ribbons, and flowers. The most unusual part was the fitting room situation. They do separate the rooms by gender, but you kind of just have to change in front of everyone. And there were like kids there, so a little awkward. After we were all dressed up, we walked for a long time to head to one of the most iconic temples in Kyoto. It is called the kiyo-mizu-dera temple, and it's a really popular spot for both tourists and locals, so we weren't the only ones decked out in kimonos. We were also allowed to rent these little bags as well as sandals from the store, and let me tell you, those sandals were so hard to walk in because they're just a flat piece of wood. Anyways, we arrived at the temple and it was so hot. As you can see, my friend was dying from the heat. But we were already there, so we decided to take a bunch of photos and just look around. Man, looking back now, I miss my kimono so much. Anywho, these temples were all really traditional and the architecture was really beautiful. They are also really old, but they have been rebuilt and preserved over the years. If you ever decide to go to Kyoto, you should definitely check this place out. Maybe not in the heat. We wandered through the temple grounds for a bit, and there were a bunch of smaller shrines scattered throughout. There was so much more to explore than just the main hall. There's also one that's dedicated to love, and people come here to pray for romance. They have like 2 love stones placed a few meters apart, and if you can walk from one stone to the other with your eyes closed, you'll find true love. But I didn't find the stones. We also got tickets to go further inside. There were so many people there on that day, even school students. Also, according to the internet, in regards to where I'm standing right there, the wooden stage is actually made with 0 nails. And people say that if you jump off the stage and survive, your wishes will come true. But no one's actually gonna jump off these days. We were only in the main area of Tokyo and spent around 6 hours there, but I definitely wish we had more time to check out more things. The view from the temple grounds were really pretty and very naturey. You could see the whole view of Kyoto spread out. There is also a tradition here where you can drink from one of the 3 streams of waterfall. It could give you long life, success in studies, or a good love life. And you get to choose which one to drink from, but only one, so choose wisely. Though we ended up skipping this because the line was actually pretty long. So I ended up going to look at some fishies. Look how cute this one is. Even this one. Although people were giving me weird looks because they were like, why are you taking a video of that? We walked a full circle and ended up finding a little shop selling shaved ice. They even had fans on the tables to cool off customers while they eat. We ordered a red bean one with condensed milk and it was really good. There was even a fan above us to cool us down although we were outside, so it was really nice. Oh yeah, there was vanilla ice cream on top too. After that, we headed down and took a video of our kimonos before we went to take it off. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, my friend got a white and purple kimono, and she got her hair done in a bun, which was super pretty. On the way back, we decided to take a few more photos on these steps we found. How is the sky so cloudy, yet so damn hot? Another thing about the kimonos was that your legs were kind of restricted. Like you can see there, it was so hard to walk in, and like the sweat, as disgusting as it may sound, it was like your legs were sticking together. I had like one leg with 2 feet. Anyways, we took it off and we found a store selling figures and a giant cutout of my wife. Oh my god! We also finally made it back to the Sumiko Gurashi store, which I've been dying to visit again. I actually came here last time I was in Kyoto, but didn't buy anything, and I've regretted it ever since. So this time I was prepared, and my friend was prepared to convince me. The store's interior was so cute, like look at the stairs. And the merch itself was so cute. I was dying of cuteness. There were also these statues of the Sumiko characters, and you could take photos here, and they are so cute. My favorite ones are Shirokuma, which is the polar bear, the white one you see there, Neko, which is the cat, the yellow looking one, and Tokage, which is the lizard. Well, he's pretending to be a lizard, which I think is so cute. I definitely impulsively bought a lot of things here, but when am I gonna go back to Japan, am I right? There was also Sumiko themed foodies outside, which was so cute. We walked a bit further on this narrow street, and then we found a Snoopy chocolate store. At first, I really thought they accidentally spelled chocolate wrong, but nonetheless, the store was super cute. It had Snoopy face printed or molded on literally every piece of chocolate. The walls were decorated with Snoopy comics, which was adorable. There was also biscuits and plushies. Now I kinda regret not buying one, but I already have too many plushies, so I need self-control. I didn't end up buying anything from here, because the heat was not making me want to eat chocolate. Very sad, but it saved me money. There was also a Snoopy themed cafe that was connected, which sold a bunch of Snoopy themed snacks and drinks. I had to take a break because I said Snoopy so many times. But look at how intricate these chocolates are. They're literally... How many times have I said cute now? By this point, we were pretty hungry, and we ended up finding a hidden little restaurant that felt really authentic. You had to take your shoes off at the entrance and wear the slippers they provided. And for some reason, we were the only people eating there. My friend had been craving sukiyaki for like the past week, so we decided to order that. And I also decided to try the matcha soba. I didn't even know what sukiyaki was, even though she explained it to me so many times. But to simply explain it, it's basically a Japanese hot pot. It typically comes with meat, vegetables, tofu, and specifically mushrooms, my favorite. Here is my matcha soba, and it did not really taste like matcha. Soba is usually buckwheat noodles served cold with a dipping broth, and this one I think was dashi, which was a bit more plain to my liking, and because I prefer more savory flavors.
Wow.
Though I'm still glad I tried it. It kinda looks like I'm eating grass spaghetti. Afterwards, it was like 4 p.m. and we headed back to our hotel. We also passed this super cute Pikachu vending machine. We were literally so sleepy on the train, like I was literally nodding off. But we ended up taking a train all the way back to Shinsaibashi, because clearly we can't get enough of that place. But anyways, can we just talk about how nice the bathrooms are? Like what the heck? Very random, but I was getting baby fever from these baby clothes. Like look how cute those chicks are! It was already super dark outside, but the city lights were so pretty and we just roamed around the streets for a while. We also ended up going to a claw machine place with a bunch of capsule toys. I even caught this super cool Pokemon card. Like first try, epic. As we were walking, we also found this camera thing. And you had to stand in that one specific spot, and there was a huge line, and if you stand in the spot you'll be on the camera and everyone can see you, which was pretty cool. Our last stop in that place was at Donkey. We went to pick up a bunch of stuff we needed before we flew the day after, including a bunch of souvenirs and gifts, and then we ended up heading back to our hotel, for real this time. And we freshened up, and our last stop of the night was the Family Mart convenience store. Both of our hotels had only just been like a short walk away from convenience stores, so every night we would go downstairs to grab snacks. And I realized I never filmed this part of our trip because we were just kind of eating and buying food, you know? So I made sure to capture it this time. Now, if you've never seen or been to a Japanese convenience store, they are elite. Like, the selection here is insane. They have literally everything. Okay. There's hot foods like steamed buns and fried chicken, and also fully cooked meals that you can just microwave in store, tons of drinks and snacks, and a massive selection of ramen. Also, look at this cup noodle shin ramen I found. It's so tiny. There are also a large selection of ice creams and desserts, and I also really love the baked goods here. Most of the food is like made daily, like really fresh. And they not only look nice, they actually taste really good. And they're super affordable. So if you've been wondering why we haven't been eating in the past few vlogs, it's because we've been eating at convenience stores. The egg sandos here are also elite. They're basically just crustless white bread with egg and mayo. Super good. And I also really love the onigiris here. The tuna ones are the best. As for the microwavable meals, they're not like frozen or anything. All you have to do is heat it up in the microwave, which I'll show you in a second. I ended up picking this red bean dessert with mochi. And look how cute these Pokemon snacks were. They kind of all look like Corsola, if you guys know the Pokemon. I also picked out this panda snack that is caramel ice cream flavored. And it was really sweet. I had it at the airport. I also picked up this fried chicken, as well as this matcha dessert cup. It was basically a parfait with layered pudding, cream, and there was a little matcha biscuit on top. And yeah, the food here is mega cheap. The cool part of every meal is it comes with a number that matches the buttons on the microwave, so all you have to do is just press the number and it heats up your food perfectly. The store worker was actually watching us, and I think he saw that we were struggling because we can't really read much Japanese, so he came over to help us. So this was the grilled beef over rice, and it was really good. For dessert that day, I had the red bean cream dessert, and the mochis were really nice. I really love mochi. We also bought an extra suitcase, and it came with letters that you can design onto your suitcase. So there I was, sitting there for like a whole 30 minutes, trying to figure out how to use every single letter. And don't ask me what it means, but the only letters I had left was U, V, and G, so I think I did pretty well. This was also the collection of receipts we got over the past week. A lot of shopping, I know. We laid out everything so we could pack it neatly into our suitcases, so let me show you. This was my friend's completely ethical amount of stuff, minus the designer bag she bought, which was hella expensive, and here's everything I bought. Yeah, I do love my plushies. That's all I can say. Also, a few vlogs ago, you may have seen that I found this Pikachu on the reception desk. And I found it. It was at the Pokemon Center, and they gave me a free one. This is also where Cinema Roll had to be. Yeah, very restricted, I'm sorry. The next morning, we checked out, and the hotel called us an Uber. Well, I think they're called taxis over there. And we arrived at the airport. The check-in and everything was pretty smooth, so we had to wait quite a long time, like a few hours. So I went around buying drinks from the vending machines and bringing them back to my friend. But for some reason, some doors were closed, so I had to go through an elevator, go upstairs, go to the side, go back down the elevator, and then find her. This was our first of 2 flights since we had a layover, and we had so much leg room despite it being economy seats. However, we were like directly behind the bathroom, which was convenient, but yeah, the smell, you know. And we were just laughing so much that like the lady sitting next to my friend, I think she got so fed up with us and she saw an empty seat next to the guy on the other side and she just moved seats. I also had a really nice view of the plane wing and the sunset was really pretty. I'm gonna say it here since the end scene is quite short, but thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the series of Japan vlogs, and I hope you stick around to see the shopping haul, which I'm actually very excited to edit. The whole playlist will be linked in my channel if you want to look back at them. And the next trip will be to China, so hope you're looking forward to that. Anywho, we hopped on our second plane, and there were so many damn movies on this plane. Like, so many movies. Usually, I just play a movie I've already watched before because, like, it just acts like background noise to me. I literally don't pay attention to the actual movie. And here's me being bored and extremely tired. You like my eye mask? Oh yeah, we got food too. I totally forgot. This flight, my friend and I were actually separated. So, I don't know, how long was it? Like 7-8 hours? We had to sit apart like 6 rows apart, and I sat next to like a toddler. And for some reason, when she was sleeping, she would put her feet on me, and like the guardian there was not doing anything about it. So that was fun. We flew overnight, so I slept for a little bit, and then in the morning we arrived. And it was so cold. Why is Melbourne so cold? So that concludes this vlog. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until then, I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.